All right, hold up. Skip this video. Before you scroll away, I have a question for you. What if I told you that time is not as simple as it seems? What if time travel isn't just some wild concept or what if it's possible? Yeah, you heard me right. Time travel, real actual science. Think about it. You could travel back to the past and maybe stop that embarrassing moment when you sent a text to the wrong person, or you could jump to the future and get a glimpse of flying cars. Heck, maybe even find out how much longer it'll take before pizza delivery comes to your area via drone. But here's the catch. The eyes. Time travel isn't exactly as easy as just hopping in a time machine and pressing a button. Nope, it's far more complicated than that. And today, we're going to dig into the science of it all. Trust me, you're going to be by what's really possible according to modern science. So grab your flux capacitors, tighten your seatbelt, and let's jump into it. We're going on a journey through time, and trust me, you're going to want to be here for this. Okay, let's break it down. We all know time is that thing we're constantly battling against. Whether we're rushing to finish an assignment, trying to catch a deadline, or wondering where the last hour went after scrolling through memes. Time always slips away, doesn't it? But what time? I mean, is it really just those numbers on the clock? Is it the hours, minutes, and seconds we keep track of every day? Well, here's the thing. Time is like this sneaky, mysterious force that shapes everything around us. It flows, it stretches, and sometimes it can even... how wild is that? It's not some uniform thing. Time can move at different speeds depending on where you are in the universe and how fast you're moving. For example, you could be chilling in space, flying at nearly the speed of light, and time would literally move for you than for someone just sitting here on Earth. Let that sink in for a second. Imagine feeling like only minutes pass for you, but when you return to Earth, years have gone by. Time's not just this constant ticking thing. It's, well, kind of with a personality of its own. So why does time feel like it's so locked in for us on Earth? Why do our clocks tick at the same pace here on this planet? But when you zoom around in space, it gets all weird. That's because we're all moving at nearly the same speed on Earth, so time feels pretty normal. But if you get close to the speed of light, everything changes. Now, this is where things get really interesting. We owe most of what we know about time travel to one absolute genius, Albert Einstein. This guy completely our understanding of time and space with his theory of relativity. So here's the scoop. Einstein's theory of relativity states that time is actually just like space. Imagine space as a giant trampoline and time as a stretchy rubber band tied to it. The faster you go, the more your time rubber band So let's say you're speeding through space at nearly the speed of light. Time slows down for you. Yeah, what feels like just a few minutes for you could be years on Earth. Sounds like a time traveler's dream, doesn't it? And this, my friends, we're not talking about some fantastical movie magic here. Einstein's ideas have been, this whole concept of time bending and stretching is not only possible, it's happening all around us. It's just that we're not quite moving fast enough to see it in action. Not yet, anyway. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if we could travel in time? Could that be possible too? Could we go back to the past and visit our younger selves? Or maybe stop that cringeworthy thing we did back in high school? It's a tempting thought, right? To change the past, maybe even save some relationships or avoid embarrassing moments. But is it really possible to travel back in time? Let's take a deep dive into some other ideas. All right, time travel is cool, but what if I told you that scientists have another theory, one that's even weirder? Wormholes, yes, wormholes. Sounds like something straight out of Star Trek, right? But here's the thing. They might actually be real. Some scientists think that wormholes could be the key to traveling through time. So a wormhole is basically a shortcut through space and time. Imagine you're in one part of the universe and you want to go to another part of the universe. Instead of traveling the long, boring way through space, you could just take a shortcut, a wormhole, and get there instantly. It's like jumping through a portal, fast, easy, and convenient, maybe even the perfect time travel device. But here's the thing, wormholes are a little tricky. First of all, we've never actually found one. Scientists think they might exist, but they're hidden deep in space and they could be unstable. So we're kind of still in the what-if phase here. And even if we do find one, there's a huge question. Can we survive the trip? Imagine trying to travel through a wormhole. What if you come out on the other side and get trapped in a black hole? Yeah, that's a problem. So until we figure out how to safely pass through wormholes, Time travel might have to wait. Let's slow down for a second, because here's where things get wild. Time travel is awesome, right? But what about the consequences of messing with time? Ever heard of the grandfather paradox? Here's how it goes. You go back in time and accidentally prevent your grandfather from meeting your grandmother. What happens then? You don't exist. But if you don't exist, how could you have gone back in time to change things in the first place? It's a paradox. Basically, if you change anything major in the past, you could erase yourself from existence, or even cause a butterfly effect where tiny changes cause massive, unpredictable consequences. Imagine you go back in time and step on a bug. You come back to the present and suddenly the entire world is different. Maybe pizza delivery is on the moon now. Who knows? The point is, time travel isn't just about zipping around with no consequences. Every decision you make could alter the future in ways you can't even predict. So maybe time travel comes with a hefty warning label: handle with care. Tell me total number of words.